Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making the card that you saw in the little slow motion picture in the beginning of this video. Unfortunately, I don't have that card to show you right now because I just gave it to a friend as a birthday card. So I'm just going to get started. I'm going to tell you what we're going to use and go from there. Alright, so to begin with, you're going to have a piece of Island Indigo, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. You're going to use 2 pieces of basic black, and these are cut at 4 by 5 1/4. One of them you are going to emboss using the square lattice embossing folder. The other one you're going to just leave unembossed. Alright, you're also going to be using 2 pieces of Whisper White cut at 3 3/4 by 5. One of them you're going to emboss using the square lattice embossing folder, and the other one you're just going to corner round all 4 corners. Okay, now the corner rounded piece will go on the inside with the square lattice basic black. The other basic black and the other Whisper White, the one that's embossed, this is going to go on the front of the card. Alright, you're also going to use another piece of basic black, which is cut at 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Another piece of Whisper White cut at 2 5/8 by 3 1/8. And another piece of Whisper White cut at 2 1/2 by 3. Alright, then you're going to take a piece of basic black and a piece of Whisper White, and you see I already stamped my image down. The stamp set I used is a Retired Hostess set. It's the Happiest Birthday Wishes set, and I used this stamp. I just took it and I inked it up really well in the Pear Pizzazz ink, and then I rock and rolled it in the Island Indigo ink pad. And then I took the image, and you'll have all of this around it, but what I did was I just, using a 1 3/8 circle punch, I just punched out this whole portion without this pretty little swirly or whatever detail to it. So it's just this whole round part, like this. For the basic black piece that I adhered to the back, I just used a 1 1/2 inch circle punch. And for the tree, which is this, I've done one already. I'm just gonna kind of give you an idea of how to do this as quickly as I can. But I used, this is also a retired stamp. It's Leaves of a Tree. I love this one. I think it's just so beautiful, and I wish they hadn't retired it, but you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Alright, and there's actually another really beautifully detailed tree in the new catalog. Forgetting the name of the set, but I believe that I'm going to be getting it, and I'll probably use it in the future, so you guys will see. I took the 2 1/2 by 3 inch piece of Whisper White. I took a brayer and my Pear Pizzazz and my Island Indigo stamp pads. And what you're going to want to do first, I'm going to use the Island Indigo first. For whatever reason, I just feel like it's what I like to do. And I'm doing it from the left side of the brayer. So I'm just going to ink up halfway, about halfway point of the brayer. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want to get it nice and inked up, and you do really just kind of want to do half of the brayer with the Island Indigo. Okay, once you've got that inked up, then you're going to take the right portion from the middle of the brayer and ink it up with the Pear Pizzazz. And then you're just going to take it and rub it over. Just roll it over. Alright, that's all there is to it. So gorgeous, comes out perfect, it's beautiful. And you're going to want to let it dry for a few minutes. And once it gets done drying, all this kind of unevenness will even out and you won't even see it anymore. And here that down to the basic black. And again, these 2 pieces are the embossed Whisper White and the non-embossed basic black. Adhere those 2 pieces to the front of the Island Indigo Okay, so this is fairly dry now. What you're going to do is, using your embossing buddy fabric softener sheet, just clean it up, get it free of any static. Take your birthmark and that pretty leaves of a tree stamp or any tree stamp that you have, and get up in the birthmark real well. Just stamp the image down. And just make sure that it's fully covered. I'm using hematite embossing powder. I got this from Michael's. Just cover the image. Do a couple little flicks. I don't know how well this is going to catch on camera. You'll see it change. Fantastic. And that's what it'll look like. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful, right? I love it. Okay. This side, up like that, you'll cut it 1 1/2 so that it's hit in half. 1 1/2. Then each one of these, you'll cut at 1 1/4. You'll cut them each at 1 1/4. You'll have these 4 pieces like this. Alright, then you're going to adhere these 2 pieces, the basic black and the whisper white, together. And once those are adhered, get that out of the way, you're just going to evenly space these out. Just figure out where you want it positioned. Adhere it down. Okay. Alright. Now what I normally do is I use a birthstone for whatever birthday month it is. So my friend's was in June, and I believe that is a pearl. So I used a pearl. Usually what I would do is put I put the birthstone right there. Okay. So that's what that looks like. Alright, give it a little fold. And because I know this has already taken so long, I'm not going to show you guys what I did on the inside, but you will see the picture in the front. So just kind of look at the picture, the little slow motion picture in the front. You'll just take these 2 pieces and adhere them together, and then adhere them to the inside of the card. And that's what that will look like. And the stamps that I used, another retired set. It was Pendant Park. Oh my goodness. Alright, so forgot to put this on the black piece. You'll fit all these pieces together and not screw things up like I have. And it looks much better when all the pieces are on right. Alright, so there you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so you fit the black pieces, the black piece with the basic black with the whisper white and your image, and that's what the front of the card looks like. And then that's what the inside of the card looks like. And wow, if it weren't for mistakes, I wouldn't know I was a human. I hope that you all were able to follow along and not mess up like I did. I'm sorry if I did get you a little messed up there. I do hope that you enjoy making this card. It's really not as difficult as I've made it out to be. Until next time, happy stamping!